Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm back at the park because I wanted to check up on the Golden Bear Theater project. There's a lot happening in the center of the park and every single week it seems like something new is popping up, so I can't wait to see what's happening this week. And in addition to that, I think we're going to make a lap around the park to see what else is going on here at Six Flags Magic Mountain. So how about you and I dive right in. Another day in another theme park, and this time Six Flags Magic Mountain. It's nice to be back on this beautiful day. Love the clouds, and it's not hot. It's a little cool outside, which is feeling really nice right now. And off in the distance there, you can see they're working on the solar panel project. They're moving along pretty quickly. And I wouldn't be shocked if they're done with this section in the next, I don't know, like month or two. They're moving along, again, really quickly, and they'll move on to this section right here, the center of the parking lot. And then the last bit will be closest to the water park. And I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that they're repaving the parking lot in addition to putting up the panels, because yeah, the parking lot has seen better days. The potholes are very, very bad. So hopefully they're doing a 2-for-1 special over there. But enough about the parking lot. Let's head inside the park and check up on the latest happenings with the Golden Bear Theater project. Now, before we head in the park, just a couple things I've noticed at the front gate here. You see a crane off there in the distance. That's probably for the lift hill work happening on X2. The attraction is still down, for those wondering. Like I've mentioned in previous Six Flags vlogs, it's gonna be a few weeks until X2 gets back up and running. And also at Hurricane Harbor, it looks like they're replacing the staircase on one of the slide complexes, which is nice to see. The stairs that were previously there were in a little rough shape. And well, bam, made it in the park. Super light today. It is a Monday at the time of making this video, so I wasn't expecting the park to be busy at all. Park hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Kicking it off right here at the Full Throttle Plaza. You can see there's no visible changes here at the former stage. I'm thinking they're gonna put a new stage here. I don't see why they wouldn't, just because they utilize the old stage quite a bit. Or like I've mentioned in previous vlogs, this could be in relation to the project happening at the former Golden Bear Theater stage. So we're just gonna have to wait and see here in the next few weeks and months. Moving on though, a little bit closer towards Full Throttle and the Golden Bear project, I'm noticing some activity on this side of the hill. We have a couple crew members right there in the midst of the jungle there, putting in some more markers. So again, indicating that the project is growing in size every single week. It seems like more and more expands every time I'm here, which is really exciting, because at first it was just this area and then it was towards the other flat rides when you're walking towards Goliath, and now we're inching a little bit closer to Full Throttle. So whatever this is gonna be, and I'm still thinking it might be like a roller coaster, it's gonna be quite the attraction. This is a pretty good size attraction. But remember, all this stuff is just speculation. Nothing has been officially announced by the park, and I'm assuming maybe later on in the year when we get closer to August, because that's typically the time Six Flags makes announcements, maybe we'll hear some more information about this. Yeah, and upon further inspection, there's a couple more markers right here. So yeah, it is kind of going over this hill. So dang, I wonder what this is gonna be. And there's also been some new utility work down here on the footpath as well. Now, as far as any markers over here at Bugs Bunny World, I do not see anything on the ground or in the bushes or around some of the flat rides. It's looking like all of this stuff is just being contained over here. There's nothing coming over here to Bugs Bunny World yet. It's still pretty early in the project. So you can see, they still have a lot of work to do. If it is a roller coaster, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some tree removal, more utility work, more markers. They still have to lay this thing out. So we're still really early on in this. So they could be going in this direction, but I'm thinking they're gonna stay in the other direction. This is really cool because last week they weren't doing any of this, and now this week, I'm glad I came on a Monday because I had a feeling that people were gonna be here doing something. And now that we have new markers, I mean, I see a half dozen new ones, which is really exciting, because then it starts to make you wonder, well, how big, if this is gonna be a roller coaster, how big is this gonna be? Now, if you see me cut away at certain times, it's because I don't wanna show some of these construction workers' faces. I wanna be respectful to them and to the park. And everything that's gonna be in all these videos, like always on the channel, is in guest view. But look at this, I'm noticing even more markers further up into the hill. I'm seeing maybe 10 so far. Oh man, I'm starting to nerd out here. This is awesome. Holy guacamole, this is gonna be huge. Okay, I gotta stop geeking out over this corner. There's more to the project than just this, but yeah, easily right here, now that I've counted, over 12, over a dozen markers. Making my way towards these two flat rides over here by Goliath, and look at this, they got some pumpkins out here, getting ready for Scream Break. The event runs on select weekends. Too bad my pumpkin friends aren't telling me what this project is. They're keeping a pretty good secret. I've made it to the exit of Buccaneer to see if there's any markers like in the the bushes over here, the planters, and along this side of the old Pistachio Park area. And there's nothing on this side, but we do know, just based on the context clues of last week's video and the week before that, that they are expanding towards this area because they have been making some progress as far as clearing trees and bushes on this side closest to the flat rides over here. I'm thinking here in the next few weeks, once they finish that one side closest to Full Throttle, they'll move their way over here towards Goliath, if the project is expanding that much. And then as far as this side, there's really not much going on either towards Superman. And I even checked behind the swings and there's no markers over there either. So as of right now, it's all kind of sitting stagnant over here. Over here on the boardwalk, it's looking like they're working on Crazanity this week. And now as far as the Golden Bear Theater project is concerned on this side of the theme park, I don't think as of right now it's going to be coming over here on this end of Superman. All the pruning that we've been seeing on this side of the hill might just be for Superman in general, because then that way they could avoid the obstacle with the roller coaster. They don't want any of those trees to fall on the track, especially when the coaster is in operation. And it's been pretty evident that they have been clearing some trees and bushes along this side of the hill, because then, you look back at some of my older videos, even in this corner right here, you can see that they've been taking some things out. But I just don't know as of right now if that has to do with the project on the other end of Superman here. Again, this could all just be general maintaining of the greenery here on property. And would you look at this, Samurai Summit is officially open. I haven't been up here in a long time, and this is gonna be great for today's video because I'm curious to see if I can walk over here to get another view into the project. Maybe not though, because Superman is closed today, but hey, it doesn't hurt to try. And it gives me an excuse to geek out over this element on Full Throttle. I've also just really loved the profiling on this roller coaster as well. Premier Rides did a fantastic job with the curvature here. It's really cool and it's super smooth. If you've never been on this before, which I think most of you have that are watching my video right now, but if you've never been on this, it's actually a really good ride. It's just too short. And it's funny, when talking about Full Throttle's length, some of you down in the comments on these update videos have talked about Six Flags hopefully extending the length of this roller coaster, and maybe that's what the Golden Bear Theater project is. And hey, that would be pretty awesome if Full Throttle got longer, because yeah, I mean, the ride is really good. It's just incredibly short. Like, I wouldn't wait 45 minutes for this unless I was with somebody that had never been on this before. Oh, Ninja is open today. That's cool. It is nice to see at least Ninja open on Samurai Summit. Maybe on my next visit, Superman will be up and going, but it is nice to take a look down into Coaster Valley here. Oh, there goes West Coast Racers off in the distance. And I don't know if Apocalypse is running just yet. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. I will not be able to walk towards this area because Superman is closed today and they have a little barricade up. And like I always say, I want to be respectful to the park. I'm not going to jump over this thing to see what the other side of the hill looks like. Oh yeah, look at this. They've already done some repaving up here. This is all new. All right, this is looking a little better up in this area. Working my way down the hill, and look at this. They're working on the greatest coasters ever built. I don't know if that's a new one or if this is one that they're just refurbishing. Hopefully they'll add Wonder Woman to the list. Okay, I've made it back to this area, and it looks like those two guys went home for the day. It's about 3:30 the time of this particular shot. So yeah, a lot of the crews are going home. But they did put up a lot of markers over on this side of the hill, so that is actually really good stuff for this video. And now that we know that the project's going to be going up to the hill, the next question would be, does it go over the hill, and how many of these trees are going? I'm thinking all the trees right here are going to be going. There are too many markers on this side of the hill to save a lot of those trees, so I'm thinking that a lot of them are going to be going. I mean, honestly, I feel like this whole section of greenery is going to go. So hopefully whatever they're building, when they're done with it, fingers crossed that they plant some new trees. I think next week's going to be really exciting, because if they've already started laying out, the layout of whatever this is going to be on this side, I would assume that they're going to do the same thing on that side if it extends all the way over there. And hey, in the next couple months, we might see some serious action going on. And with that, I think that's going to do it. Let's make our way towards the park exit. I think that was a pretty solid Six Flags update. We saw a little bit of progress on the Golden Bear Theater project. Next week's gonna be cool too because there's gonna be a lot more markers and maybe even some on the other side. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Six Flags Magic Mountain or some of your other favorite theme parks, because I cover a bunch of them, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week that you won't want to miss out on. Be sure to check out my Instagram account by following the link down below in the description for even more. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.